John Words page 1. Abandons, abandons, abandons. About look, accepted, accepted, accepted. Accompanied, accompanied, accompanied. Accomplishing, accomplishing, accomplishing. Accord, accord, accord. Accordance, accordance, accordance. Accuse, accuse, accuse. Accuser, accuser, accuser. Accusing, accusing, accusing. Acknowledged, acknowledged, acknowledged. Adultery, adultery, adultery. Advised, advised, advised. Afterward, afterward, afterward. Ahead, ahead, ahead. Although, although, although. Amazed, amazed, amazed. Ancestors, ancestors, ancestors. Anguish, anguish, anguish. Appearances, appearances, appearances. Appointed, appointed, appointed. Approval draws, approval draws, approval draws. Aren't, aren't, aren't. Arrest, arrest, arrest. Astonished, astonished, astonished. Astray, astray, astray. Attends, attends, attends. Authorities, authorities, authorities. Aware, aware, aware. Banquet, banquet, banquet. Baptist, Baptist, Baptist. Baptize, baptize, baptize. John Words page 2. Basin, basin, basin. Bear, bear, bear. Behalf, behalf, behalf. Benefit, benefit, benefit. Blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy. Breathed, breathed, breathed. Bride, bride, bride. Bridegroom, bridegroom, bridegroom. Cave, cave, cave. Ceremonial, ceremonial, ceremonial. Certain, certain, certain. Certainty, certainty, certainty. Challenged, challenged, challenged. Charge of, charge of, charge of. Cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. Circumcise, circumcise, circumcise. Circumcision, circumcision, circumcision. Claim, claim, claim. Claimed, claimed, claimed. Closest, closest, closest. Colonnades, colonnades, colonnades. Colt, colt, colt. Comforting, comforting, comforting. Command, command, command. Completing, completing, completing. Concluded, concluded, concluded. Confess, confess, confess. Consume, consume, consume. Convict, convict, convict. Counsel, counsel, counsel. Counselor, counselor, counselor. John Words page 3. Courtyard, courtyard, courtyard. Creation, creation, creation. Crossed over, crossed over, crossed over. Cured, cured, cured. Curse, curse, curse. Deadened, deadened, deadened. Deceit, deceit, deceit. Deceives, deceives, deceives. Decided, decided, decided. Decision, decision, decision. Declared, declared, declared. Dedication, dedication, dedication. Deeds, deeds, deeds. Defense, defense, defense. Demanded, demanded, demanded. Demon possessed, demon possessed, demon possessed. Denies, denies, denies. Descendants, descendants, descendants. Descent, descent, descent. Desire, desire, desire. Destruction, destruction, destruction. Detachment, detachment, detachment. Determined, determined, determined. Disabled, disabled, disabled. Disease, disease, disease. Dishonor, dishonor, dishonor. Disown, disown, disown. Displayed, displayed, displayed. Distributed, distributed, distributed. Doomed, doomed, doomed. Driven, driven, driven. Dwelling, dwelling, dwelling. John Words page 4. Enabled, enabled, enabled. Endures, endures, endures. Entrust, entrust, entrust. Entrusted, entrusted, entrusted. Escaped, escaped, escaped even as, everlasting, 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 evidence, 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 accept, 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 excuse, 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 execute, 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 explain, 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 exposed, 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 extent, 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 favor, 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 figuratively, 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 flogged, 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 forbid, 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 formerly, 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 fruitful, 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 fulfill, 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 fullness, 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 glorified, 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 glorify, 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 godly, 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 grace, 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 granted, 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 grief, 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 grieve, 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 guilty, 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 hail, 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 halfway, halfway, halfway. John Words page 5, hall, 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 holden, 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 hurled, 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 illegitimate, 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 immediately, 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 indeed, 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 indicate, 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 indicating, 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 inquired, 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 insults, 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 intend, 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 intended, 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 invalid, 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 involve, 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 Israelite, 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 judgment, 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 kernel, 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 leaning back, leaning back, leaning back, limit, 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 livestock, 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 loss, 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 measure, 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 mention, 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 mere, 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 miraculous, 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 mob, 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 moreover, 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 motioned, 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 mountainside, 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 mourn, 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 much longer, much longer, much longer, murderer, murderer, murderer. John Words page 6, myrrh, 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 nail marks, nail marks, nail marks, notice, 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 nowhere, 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 objected, 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 offend, 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 offering, 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 offerings, 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 orphans, 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 outran, 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 overtakes, 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 palm, 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 paralyzed, 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 pasture, 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 patriarchs, 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 pavement, 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 perform, 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 performed, 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 performing, 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 permanent, 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 permission, 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 persecute, 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 persecuted, 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 plainly, 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 pleases, 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 plenty, 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 plot, 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 plotted, 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 possessed, 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 praise, 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 preparation, 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 presence, presence, presence. John Words page 7, prompted, 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 prophesied, 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 prophet, 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 prophets, 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 protested, 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 prove, 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 prunes, 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 purposely, 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 rather, 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 raving mad, raving mad, raving mad, reaped, 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 rebellion, 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 reclining, 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 recognize, 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 referring, 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 regard, 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 region, 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 rejects, 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 rejoiced, 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 rejoin, 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 relationship, 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 reliable, 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 remarkable, 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 report, 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 responded, 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 resurrection, 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 retorted, 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 revealed, 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 robber, 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 road, 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 ruling, 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 saliva, saliva, saliva. John Words, page 8. Salvation, 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 sanctify, 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 Sanhedrin, 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 scripture, 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 seamless, 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 seasons, 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 seize, 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 served, 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 serves, 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 shares, 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 shown, 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 sight, 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 Solomon's colonnade, Solomon's colonnade, Solomon's colonnade, spear, 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 spent, 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 spices, 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 stock, 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 steeped lecture, steeped lecture, steeped lecture, straightened, 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 straps, 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 struck, 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 summoned, 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 suppose, 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 surely, 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 surpassed, 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 surprised, 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 suspense, 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 tabernacles, 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 take heart, take heart, take heart, terrified, 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 testify, testify, testify. John Words, page 9. Testimonies, 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 testimony, testimony, testimony. Therefore, 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 though, troubled, 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 troubling, 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 uncleanness, 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 undergarment, 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 urged, 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 valid, 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 verdict, 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 washing, 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 wasted, 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 watchman, 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 weightier, 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 went on to say, went on to say, went on to say, whatsoever, 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 whether, 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 whispering, 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 widespread, 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 wilderness, 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 withdrew, 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 witness, 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 worshippers, 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 woven, 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 wrath, wrath, wrath,